E o total de mortes já chega a 6.329.
Vittime da coronavirus da inizio epidemia in Italia.
Cifra más baja desde el 14 de marzo.
Sono restate in ulteriore caso.
So let's talk about the album briefly, the name of the album, and kind of the thought process behind the song, Heaven's Alive.
Yeah. The album is called Comalies, and we play a little bit with the words because it sounds like Comalies, but it's written like Comalies. And we like to give a very strange meaning to the title because all the songs have different lyrics, all connected in a sort of concept that is based on feelings more, because we were in a sort of a state of coma while we were recording and writing the album. So we like to create this weird tunnel with atmosphere, and basically it's a very dynamic album with a lot of different type of songs, some more ballad songs, more slow beat, and some more aggressive and powerful. We're really satisfied because it came out very spontaneously and with a lot of different dynamics on the song.
Children's cry, it's like the truth, far from my sky. War, destruction, war, destruction.
I'm Christina,
And I'm Andrea,
and you're watching a little making of Comalies.
our new album.
Stay tuned and see you soon on the road.
Enjoy it!
Thanks for the support.
Hello everyone, I am Christina.
And I'm Andrea, and we're here in the studio in Milan.
Yes, getting ready to sing. It's almost time for Comalies 2.0.
2.0, 20
That's the working
years.
title, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna
Yeah,
stay
we don't
like
have
this.
a definitive title at the moment. Maybe Comalies XX, which means 20, but I'm not sure at the moment. So
Yes, this is our way to celebrate 20 years of Comalies, a record that is extremely important for us because it's the one that really made the change for Lacuna Coil, made us step up in our career. Actually, 2 years after the release.
It was our third record, full record, beside the EPs, and we really took a different step with this album. In the beginning, as Christina said, in 2002, when it came out, it was just a normal, received as a very good album, but especially in Europe, and we were having the normal growth of a band, like record after record, growing a little bit bigger and getting better tours, and we got one radio station in America,
WAAF,
in
and
Boston.
it was at the same time as Ozfest.
Same time as Auspice. They picked up one of our songs from the record, the single Heaven's Alive. They were launching the song as the new cool songs to play in America.
Set me free, your heaven's alive. Set me free with your love. Set me free, yeah.
And from there it started to grow a lot, and we ended up having over 150 something radio stations in America playing the song massively. And then MTV requested a video for the song, so it was actually our first professional video ever in our career, because in the first two albums we never did a video, and we did have a cheap version of the Heaven's Alive video in the beginning, shot by a friend in America, which was really cheap version that couldn't be played on TV. And so we went to a proper director to do the full video, and from there we started to grow massively as a band, way more than ever before.
When we wrote it and when we put it in the record, we never imagined that Heaven's Alive could become such a big single. We actually didn't even consider it as a single, but we had other songs in mind. But when Heaven's Alive exploded, we were pretty surprised about this. Also because when we thought about the lyrics, we thought that they could be a little bit heavy for that time because they were really intense. You know, the phrase Heaven's Alive was not something that could be not accepted but understood.
come sono andati i lavori fino ad oggi?
Guarda, fino adesso posso dire che le risposte sono sempre state positive. Devo dire che di ostacoli nel nostro cammino, nella nostra carriera ne abbiamo trovati pochissimi, quasi niente, perché comunque ci siamo sempre impegnati al massimo, ma senza avere troppe pretese, senza avere degli obiettivi troppo importanti, quindi ogni cosa che guadagnavamo, ogni cosa che riuscivamo a raggiungere era qualcosa di buono.
We made a Comalies in Hagen, in Germany. It was our third record with Valdemar.
I mean, we did an EP, 2 EPs as well.
Yes.
So it was the 5th work in the studio with Valdemar, but it was the third
full record. And it's hard to remember specific moments because, I mean, once you work in the same studio, all the moments are mixing up. And, I mean, it was 20 years ago, so I will not lie telling you like, oh, I remember exactly when I recorded this song. But it was still everything in analogic.
Yes, and all the studio was still in analog on tape, so we recorded everything without basically the technology that there is today of Pro Tools and stuff like that. I remember Valdemar, the producer, came to Milan for a pre-production to adjust all the structures of the songs in the practice room we used to have here in Milan at the Moon House studio, which is actually near here. And Valdemar came, and then we fixed all the structure for the songs. We started working on the lyrics a little bit, and then we went to Germany to record, and we stayed, I think, 2 months in the Century Media. Our label used to have an apartment on top of their building on the last floor, which was basically two bedrooms, 1 kitchen and 1 bedroom, and we had the bunks bed. We used to sleep in
3 bunks bed in 1 room because 1 room was
6 people
ours.
in 1 room for 2 months with just 1 TV and 1 PlayStation 1.
It's okay? I go home. That's it.
You're moving on. We'll never be apart. Just trade my tears.
So now you know the lyrics and now you know how to sing. Monday we start to record the song, okay?
Di questa situazione qua. Sì, è vero, poi qua fuori mi hanno fatto vedere anche sulla scala le foto originali del booklet di Comalies, le hanno fatte qua. Qui vi ricordo avevano messo qualcosa qua, un tendone forse qualcosa, e poi giù. Anche al bar qua avevano fatto delle foto, anche al bar, sì. Luce. Anche quelle di Half-Life avevano fatto così posto. Okay, so Pizza, our original guitar player, he used to have a bicycle. He bought a bicycle. I say I'm gonna start doing the cycling and doing sports with the other friends from the practice room. So he bought a bicycle, he locked it to this pole here, and it stayed there like 4 or 5 years, maybe more. He got rusty with the thing, so it became a complete piece of rust. He never used it. So this is our original practice room where we basically wrote Comalies and Karma Code and do all the demos, and where we used to practice. It looks better now, but it was kind of the same. Original Comalies and Karma Code, yeah. Che pezzo di storia. I remember I listened to Enjoy the Silence when Marco did the demo from the speaker here for the first time ever. Like he came and I've done a cover of Enjoy the Silence, and he played it for us, only the music and the speakers here. Sì. Ciao.
Ciao.
So this was the Moon House studio where we practice from the very early phases of our demo tape to Karma Code basically. And yeah, a jump in the past.
Do you remember about the cover, how the cover came up?
Since back then, most of the albums were coming out on CDs, and you still have record stores with shelves with all the CDs. I think the idea was to have something that was catching the attention between every other CDs that was there. And so we wanted something, we were talking with our manager at the time, Karsten, from direct management about what color we could use that was striking the attention, and the orange was obviously very striking, and we wanted a circular shape, sort of like something that was looking at you. And so once we had from the graphic department at Centromedia, they came up with this sunflower shaped on orange. We decided to put sort of an eye in the middle, so you could kind of look at you straight from the shelves, basically. And it was also very cool colors, and it was fitting the mood of the record, so we say why not. It was different. It wasn't the typical heavy metal cover with a drawing or with a monster or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. I remember this. Like, let's do a cover that is not a typically metal. Something that could be like, what is this?
About
This
the
image
weirdness.
is interesting. Yes.
Yeah, more about the weirdness than the actual single subject, and it worked out pretty well. So it was a good idea, actually. In the end, we shot 2 videos for the album, Venzela and Swamp. Both videos were shot in Sweden, Gothenburg. Since we had this priest-looking dress, everybody thought that we were shooting in a church, but it was actually a warehouse from the army. They were restructuring,
so there was no floor. So it really looked like a church.
So we put some grills on some metal grills on the floor that were standing in, suspended.
With heels. I remember that the dress for the video of Avenzela, which actually now it's on the Hard Rock Cafe in Florence, so if you want to see it, the original one is there, arrived the very morning of the filming. So we were worried because we were like, oh, it has to arrive today. I don't know what Christina's gonna wear.
Yeah, and we did a lot of green screen action for both videos with the director Patrick Julius, that was really good in working special effects back then. And so the video, they actually looked like they were really expensive videos while they were normal
Swamped was filmed in a villa. It was a huge villa. I remember some parts of the filming with a huge garden, but it was beautiful. It was a beautiful location.
Yeah, so those were our first official videos ever in our career on the 3rd record, which it was back then. It was normal for a metal band not to have a video unless you have a super strong single.
Yeah, there was not YouTube back then.
No YouTube.
Alright, it's time to you to feel the tide go.
Come on! Let's destroy this place!
To recreate a Comalies might look easy from the outside, but it was actually more difficult because you have to give a different dress to someone that exists already, that a lot of people loves, including us, but you just want to give it a new spirit, a new life.
No, non è uscito perché vedi, sei incastrato qua. Ok, e adesso dammi il caffè.
però è arrivato qui, è arrivato un legnetto.
È arrivato un legnetto, ha buttato fuori il caffè e non...
No, a posto così.
Non è uscito il caffè, io non ho più monete, non lo posso più prendere.
La macchinetta ti ha strombato.
Ah, ok. Se no, se vuoi mandarmi la base ci suono già sopra, così mi abituo un po'. Ok.
Facciamo qualche altro take, no?
Sì, voglia, fagliene così, si scalda anche e magari smaltisce la cotoletta.
La cotoletta...
One is gone.
Allora, appena registrato il primo pezzo e direi che abbiamo smaltito il pranzo. Adesso siamo pronti per fare merenda e faccio il secondo.
Questo?
È il colpo di rullo, quello solitario, quello lì, lui.
Questo sembra in griglia.
È in griglia? Va bene?
Il rullo è
È
perfetto.
utilizzabile? Bomba, allora è andata. Teniamo lei.
It was a very cool creative process that we never tried before.
Yeah, obviously the idea it wasn't to substitute the original Comalies. It was just more of a tribute to the original Comalies, done with the current lineup of the band, with the current sound of the band. Obviously, as Christina says, it's not easy because you're always afraid to touch something that has been our holy grail in a way. But obviously for us it's just a good way to tribute and to celebrate and to keep it fresh and alive. And it was also interesting to go back and see how we used to do things back then, you know, how we used to create the melodies. We understand why people liked it so much back then and then what was so special about the record. And I think it's something that could turn useful in the future of the band. You know, I think when we're gonna approach now the next record, we might have this background now of going back, remembering, restyling, and so we have that feeling of that specific moment in time that we maybe have forgotten along the way a little bit. It's more fresh, you know, so maybe when we're gonna write the next record, we have this bag of experience that we bring from this specific rework of the record that can maybe give us new ideas to create something similar in the vibe but maybe completely fresh.
Good morning.
Getting ready. It's my turn today. Let's see. Okay, done. Yeah, I'm done. Magari. Basta una novità, sì.
Cioè buono.
Dritto, perché lì c'è proprio uno svuoto
Sì.
totale di tutto, c'è solo il fil della batteria, la
Allora
zia che
da lì
strilla
da qui alla
e
fine,
si parte. Okay, we need to buy the new one. Where did you get it? Verso lunga? Ok, domani mattina vado verso lunga prima di venire qua. Prendo un secchio. Classico proprio suono.
Toki.
Cazzo, però gli orsetti finiti lì, i dinosauri. Si sono estinti i dinosauri, porca troia. Ciao! Back to the prehistory.
Quando sei in casa e suoni per i cazzi tuoi è tutto preciso e perfetto. Dal momento che schiacci rec è una merda.
Sì,
è sempre una merda.
Tato, stiamo registrando un disco. Vai, suona. Claudio. Tato, sei serio? Ci sono ben 5 assoli. Bello, né? Cri?
Sì, mi piace.
Bello. No, ma sono proprio belli, sì, sono contento, sono contento.
So when we thought about celebrating Comalies, we immediately realized that we didn't want to do a remaster or just change the cover, but we wanted to do something more intense, something that could be more elaborate, something that could be a challenge for us as well. And it was, because the music was of course inspired by the original songs, but also recreated. And Andrea and I had to work on the vocals in a different way, with a different attitude, with different timing, with different harmonization and notes. It was a very cool creative process that we never tried before.
Wandering from you, falling at your side, wandering from you,
Hey, check. Doesn't matter how you feel now, anything at all seems to be your only racial visions, heavily apart. You're devouring all the crumbs I'm living, caught up in your lies. No, forse se me alzi un pelino, se no non la sento entrare. La cri, sì.
You're devouring all the crumbs I'm living, caught up in your lies.
Cerca di farlo bene, non pensare alla lunghezza, pensa alla incazzatura e basta.
The other side! It's time to go! The other side!
Sì, meglio incazzato, ci piace. No, ma sono proprio belle quelle tortine lì, me le porterei via tutte. Mi sa che domani vengo qua e faccio la razzia. Ok, finalmente si può partire con una cosa buona la mattina. Unta salata giusta. Ti piace il cazzo?
No, ecco, volevo registrare.
Queste sono le cose che voglio vedere la gente.
Ma secondo te? Io volevo dire che è bello invece non essere lì a cantare, ma vedere qualcun altro cantare e soffrire.
Ehi, what's up? Che bello.
Welcome to my world.
Che sta già a cagare.
Non è vero.
Che braveria!
Ce l'abbiamo, sai? Ce l'avevo? Ciao.
You want to decide from your cloud. You're lost in a world that I have to repair. You're made of ice. I pay the price for all your unforgiveness.
You want... Scusami, sono partita male perché stavo ridendo.
You wanted all the greatest smile. Who wants the night forever? You're made of ice. I pay the price for all your unforgiveness.
In realtà anche leggermente più alta non mi dà fastidio perché tanto devo andare molto più in alto. Non lo so, vuoi che ne faccio una e una e ciaone? Dai, facciamo una e una, che più che altro che vedere magari vengono bene. Magari no, però magari sì.
There's a sort of energy feeling which takes you wanted all the greatest smile. Who wants the night forever?
Ciao testi, anche per questa volta abbiamo finito, ci siete stati molto utili, anche se i testi li conoscevamo a memoria, abbiamo cambiato un sacco di cose, però tornate a casa con noi.
Yeah! Finito! Finito i cantati, sì! Yes! It's a celebration. It's a celebration tonight. Yes!
Hai finito?
Sì!
Brava zia.
Sì!
High five.
Sì!
Gin tonic?
Gin tonic!
Brindiamo, facciamo la baldoria.
The big difference is that in the past we used a lot of metaphors and phrases that we could understand but maybe people could not, but could imagine. It would be cool, you know, to bring this back because sometimes we want to be so clear in what we are saying in our lyrics that we forget that there is always that part of the imagination that it's always cool to, you know, to bring up. And plus, it's cool to wake up in 2022 and say, okay, what if I would have write Comalies nowadays? How it would be? How we would be singing, you know, with the improvement of these years, with the experience that we got.
Wait, it doesn't work. What the fuck? See, that's why it's not working, man. Okay. Whatever. I'm a bass player. What do you expect? So, okay, first of all, put the fucking cable in the fucking bass. And magically, we have the bass. So, I just got the drums and the guitars from Marco, so I will start to record the bass very, very soon. But first, let's go eat the focaccia dell'Esselunga, because that's more important, way more important. Almost done, almost done. Then we need to find the name of the album, and we will need to find the second single. The first single is going to be Tightrope, and the second one, who knows?
Ci stiamo preparando, io e le mie 1000 lei per i video, e sono elegantissima con le mie ciaguazze, così almeno non rimangono i segni dei sandali, che non sta bene.
Quel giro più o meno che avevamo detto con Dubai, bla bla bla. Ragazzi, se si potesse.
When we did the original Comalies, we did 2 videos, one for Heaven's a Lie and Swamped. So even though they are considered the main songs out of Comalies, we feel that there is a lot of potential for other songs, like for example Tightrope. We are still deciding on the second video to make, but we feel that the songs that have been less considered maybe in comparison to Heaven's a Lie and Swamped deserve a chance because they are really good. We'll see.
Cos'è che abbiamo? Ritornello di Heaven's a Lie 2.0. What do you think? Do you like more the original Heaven's a Lie or the new version?
I don't know. I mean, the original one is such a classic, but I really like the vibe of this one. And what I was thinking is that we never considered Heaven's a Lie so-called single when we did the Comalies.
Yeah, actually.
It's something that happened. A lot of people liked it, but we didn't plan it. No. We didn't say, okay, Heaven's a Lie is going to be a single. And it's going to be the one that will launch Lacuna Coil. It was a surprise for us all. A good surprise.
Yeah, I'm super happy because there's no anymore the pre-chorus. Tutto fatto, quasi. Tranne i synths che li devo controllare domani e gli assoli che li controlliamo domani.
It's cool that you have both, you know, you have the original version that was made in a different era for the band but also for everybody, and now you have also a version which is a different take on the same spirit but with different times. You can play both together, like play one and then play the other one and just have fun seeing the differences and enjoy both, you know, like we do.
Thank you so much for the support. Go listen into it and see you on the road.